Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mundane Matt, and happy fucking New Year. Because it is. It's now 2017. 2016 is dead. And I think many people out there are pretty happy that it's gone. I myself am actually kind of torn on the subject, to be honest with you. I had actually a really good year. I'm not going to lie. 2016 was, for like 90% of it, like the best year of my life. I mean, I was able to pretty much hit the milestones I wanted with my channel. 100,000 subscribers, 2 to 3 million views a month. I mean, things are going really good, and I wouldn't be here without you. So clearly, thank you. But yeah, I had a good year. I'm excited to see what 2017 has to offer. Hopefully, fewer celebrity deaths. Although, let's be fair here. As we get further and further down that timeline, our heroes start to grow old and die. The comment I made the other day was, those of us who are, 70s, 80s, 90s kids, we're getting to that point where our heroes are going to start kicking the bucket, and that is going to suck. But it's a fact of life. That's just the downside, Eventually, it's going to be YouTubers that start to meet their demise, and their fans go crazy over that. I mean, just wait for PewDiePie to kick the bucket. I mean, he's younger than me, so it'll probably happen after I'm gone. But I'm sure a lot of people are going to be really devastated, because by that point in time, he could have like 100 million subscribers. So who knows? Anything could happen, right? But anyway, New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve was pretty good for me. Tried something new this year. My girlfriend and I decided to hit up the Governor's Ball in downtown Portland. I did not know that there was a Gamergate meetup, so I didn't discover that until I was already home. And by that point in time, I was already in my pajamas and not going anywhere, because I was fucking so exhausted and drunk and very drunk. So essentially, here's what happened. My girlfriend and I were having trouble deciding what we wanted to do. Last year, we went to the Spirit of Portland, which is the cruise ship that takes you up and down the Willamette River, for light hors d'oeuvres, a toast at midnight, as well as some dancing. It was fun, good times. And this year we wanted to do something maybe a little bit more formal, but something also a bit different. So we chose the Governor's Ball, which also happened to be a black tie affair. I don't know about you guys, but I fucking hate, I mean this too, I legitimately hate ties. Anything around my neck, I fucking hate. I have a very, like, the reflexes are low. You know what I mean? Like, it's very sensitive there. I don't like anything wrapped around it. When I used to work at the movie theater in Los Angeles, I had to wear a tie every day. And that was like hell for me for 13 months. So the moment I was fired, that tie came off and I threw it out and I was like, fuck you, never again. But then, you have a girlfriend and you want them to be happy. So you make compromises. And my compromise was I was going to dress up for this event. So we went out the other day and bought me basically a new suit, which minus the jacket, which I didn't think I really needed. So went out, got that. Here's the thing. I have a very large chest, right? Like, this particular hoodie is a 2X hoodie, but I wear a large sweater from another, another designer, which is really weird how it's like my body conforms to different brands depending on everything. So went out the other day, picked up, it's not a vest. It's like a coat. It looks like a vest. You know the ones I'm talking about. I thought I looked pretty dapper in it, to be honest with you. And I was wearing that thing last night, and the buttons started coming off as I was dancing around. I lost 3 buttons for the end of the night, and that's like the first time I wore it. So it's going back to the store. It's like, no way, come on. I lost the buttons, and it fit me. It's just, it's not well made. Got like new shirt, new slacks, new shoes. Ooh, new shoes. This is also where I made the mistake. So my girlfriend and I wanted to drink. So we decided that we were going to take public transportation downtown, leave my car at home, and walk to the Max line, which is about probably a mile away. As we descended down there, it started to snow. It wasn't sticking, but it was definitely a flurry, and it was coming down. So I had to deal with that. It was a lot of fun. trying to walk in brand new shoes and brand new slacks and basically a brand new suit, and avoid being drenched by the snow. It was at that moment in time I was thinking I probably should have just driven my car a mile down the road and parked it, because by the time I got back, I would be able to make it, make it back up to my place. I guess you could say it's probably a good thing I didn't. But so we get down there, go in, and the whole place is like it's a 2-story thing, right? 2 levels of this bar, or this hotel downtown. Very poor communication, right? Very poor communication. So you get there and you check in. They gave us drink tickets. I'm like, oh, cool, drink tickets. All right, great. Clearly at least get 1 free drink for paying the money to come to this thing, black tie affair, all that jazz. Go in there, go to the bar that's in a little mock casino that they made. That they're supposed to give you like $50 in funny money to play with, and if you lose it, then of course they you can buy in for another $100 for $25. It's everything with this was meant to kind of benefit cancer research for kids, so I didn't mind spending a little extra money on stuff. But oh my fucking god! Look, I'm not much of a drinker, but Jesus fucking Christ, that shit was goddamn expensive. I mean, look, a lemon drop and a vodka tonic were fucking like $25, right? They were, I mean, like not including tip, that shit was just fucking expensive. And so after like 4 of those rounds, it starts to add up pretty quick. But the thing is like at first we didn't really know what to do. We were kind of walking around trying to get our bearings. There was no place to sit. There was like, everything to sit was a reserved seat, which made like no sense to me at all. So we couldn't sit anywhere. And so at this point, like I'd been standing since I left the house. So it's like we left at about probably like 8 p.m. and I had been standing the whole time. I couldn't even sit on the max to go downtown because there was no room. Right. So we finally make our way down to like this, to like the lower floor where there's a dance hall down there and stuff. And we start kind of grooving, and the band starts playing some good contemporary stuff. And at this point in time, the alcohol really started to kick in because I had moved over from vodka tonics to margaritas, which may have been my downfall and maybe one of the reasons why I am in so much goddamn pain today. So we start dancing, and we danced for a while. In fact, at the end of this thing, I'll show you guys a video I shot, or I had my girlfriend shoot of me that I loaded up on Twitter and Facebook, and the response has been interesting. The response has been very, very interesting. So, did all that stuff, had a grand old time. The thing is though, is like, I don't go out and dance like ever, right? I don't do that. So I decided to kind of let loose last night. And by let loose, I mean, like, I didn't leave the dance floor. My tubby behind was on there pretty much the entire time, that from when we started to literally when they were done with the set. Right. And so I was just going to fucking town. I was just going to town, having a ball, not even caring, and just really enjoying myself because it's New Year's Eve. I'm going to go out and have fun. I didn't drive. It's all good. I was really hoping to find some food or find something to snack on. I didn't find anything. Although it was funny because they had these little like glowing rings that they were passing out and stuff. And I finally found a guy who was selling one because I was like, oh, how much are they? And the guy's like $50. What the fuck, $50? It's for cancer research. You get a raffle ticket. It's like you can win 1 day with a Maserati, or a trip for 2 to a vineyard, or spy gear. And I'm like, I want the spy gear. So my girlfriend had wanted one, so I dropped the $50 to get her a ring. To which case she posted about it on Facebook and made the joke like, oh, look what I got. So my family's like, oh, did something happen? And I'm like, no, but. So we just were dancing and having a good old time. I thought the band was great. They played a lot of Michael Jackson, some Stevie Wonder. Their countdown song was Get Lucky by Daft Punk and Pharrell, and that's like one of my all-time favorite songs. So I mean, like, I let loose when that happened. Like, I let loose. I was just like, I'm singing. I can't sing for shit. I don't care. I'm out there dancing. I'm grooving, right? On my own personal Zumba class at that point in time. And the thing was, though, is like a lot of people there weren't really kind of feeling the dance. A lot of dudes weren't really feeling the dance. You could tell the women wanted to dance. So I'm up there, I'm grooving, and I'm like just throwing myself around and shit. And the thing is, people are like, women are dragging their boyfriends to the dance floor. Like, look at that fat fuck. He's fucking dancing. Why aren't you fucking dancing? And I'm all like, I don't give a shit what the fuck you guys are saying to each other right now, because you're not playing some Daft Punk, motherfucker, and then it was good. It was a lot of fun. And then, of course, the original itinerary for this thing said it was supposed to end at 2, right? And then it hit like 12:30, and they're like, all right, guys, that's our set. Have yourself a good New Year, drive safe. And it's like, what the fuck? That was my biggest complaint with the governor's ball, is it was over at 12:30, right? And they're like, oh, it's going to go till 2 o'clock in the morning and everything else. So we ended up leaving there. By that point in time, like the alcohol had kind of sweat the alcohol out, and then the pain set in from like, for one, I don't move that like that very often. I didn't stretch or nothing. 2, I hadn't sat down at this point since like 8, and it was like 12:30. So we're talking like around 4.5 hours or so in new shoes that I had been dancing in. So my dogs were barking, and we both decided we wanted to get some food. So we're looking around, and there's like food trucks everywhere in Portland, right? And so we're looking around, and we got the only ones that are open are like the Greek food. This is the thing I one of those moments that I truly miss San Diego. In San Diego, taco shops 24/7, almost every street corner, taco shops everywhere. There's good taco trucks in downtown Portland, but they ain't open. I'm like, you're missing out on so much money, because I would pay for a huge burrito right now. Ended up picking up a couple euros from my dude and Shambuja. I don't know. I was hammered. And end up taking that and getting back on the Max and heading back out home. Get on the Max, and that was like it was like a sardine can. It was bad, right? Like, I mean, there was at least 200 people in the car we were in per car. And there's like 4 cars on this particular train. And I mean, it literally, like, you're holding on to somebody else to brace you for impact, because this train gets going like 60 miles an hour and then basically like comes to a pretty quick stop. And so, we did that. And then we get to our stop. And oh my God, this was like the hardest goddamn thing, because we get to our stop, and now all of a sudden I have to walk that mile back home. Right now, the walk there wasn't a problem. The walk home, the joke I made to myself was, this is like my own personal trail of tears, which is horrible joke to make, but it's because I was in so much pain, because I'd been, at this point, it was about 1:45 in the morning, because it took us a long time to get to the Max. It took us a long time to get back out and everything else. And I'd been standing for, coming up on 6 hours and new shoes and everything. And I'm just like, oh my God, I just want to get home and then not walk. Because it was snowing on the way there. It had stopped snowing, but it had iced over. So now everything is like really slippery. So it's like trying to navigate everything. And I ended up using my umbrella as like more of a Gandalf-esque walking stick. And I'm just climbing along and shit. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I will fully admit, I was like the biggest baby in the world. I'm like, I just want to go home. I'm going to call the fucking Uber to go a mile. Fuck surge prices. I'm too cheap. I'll just walk. Got home, just immediately disrobed, grabbed a shower, washed all the crap off, got into some comfortable clothes, ate my very cold gyro, and finished up the Netflix animated series Troll Hunters, which, if you have not seen that, watch that shit. It is a badass show. Like, seriously, it's 26 episodes. You will go through it in a couple days. It's amazing. I love it. And then I'm today I'm in just a dickload amount of pain, and everything, as a result of all of it. But, all that aside, I'm optimistic about, 2017. I have a good feeling about where things are going, and I'm pretty sure things are going to turn out all right. I have, New Year's resolutions that I did do from last year that didn't finish up. Some resolutions last year were like hit 100,000 subscribers, which I did. This year it's hit 200,000, which is, I got a full, year to get that. It's about 66,000 subscribers away, which could take a little bit of time, but we'll figure it out. If you hear the dog barking, it's my dickhole neighbors. They just moved in, and so they have a baby that cries at like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, and then they've got like the dog that fucking nonstop goddamn barks sometimes and shit. I've had to pound on the wall. I hate being that guy, but it's like, these walls are kind of thin, and if I can hear you in the shower, then dogs. Anyway, I'm a cat person, so dogs barking is like children crying to some people. It's just grating. I don't like small yappy dogs is what I want to say. Anyway, the point I'm trying to get to here is, so yeah, there's that. 200,000, 66,000 is what I need. I think that's obtainable, right? Over the course of 12 months, that would be like, I think like 5,500 a month, if not a little less than that. So it's doable. And then, I want to, do some more hiking. I want to go hiking through more national parks in the area, go to more areas and just kind of like enjoy nature, because I feel like I'm trapped inside a lot for my job. So I want to kind of get out there more. I want to travel more. I want to leave the country, whether it's Canada or Mexico or New Zealand or Europe or something. I'd love to do that this year. And a few other things that I think are completely obtainable. Like I said, I think 2017 is going to be a badass year, right? 2016 was fucking great. I said outside of a couple things. At the end of the day, it's just, I'm just so thankful to be doing what I'm doing, and to have the opportunity to do it. And so I guess if I have to leave any parting words, if you've made it all the way through this entire thing so far, is just, if this is something you want to do or anything you want to do, just go ahead and do it. Don't stop. Just work towards it. It may take you a shorter amount of time than others, or might take you a longer amount of time than others. But if you're doing what you're doing, you're never really working. You're living the life you want to live. And when you get to that point of when it takes off and allows you to kind of get to that good level of holy shit, this is sustainable. It's an amazing feeling. And so 2016 gave that to me. And I'm really happy about that. And so I'm going to wrap this thing up, because clearly I'm just rambling at this point. And if you guys want to see the video, check it out right now. My name is Mundane Matt. I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a great new year, and peace out.